Upcoming stream. Do. Oh, finally. All right. What's up, guys? Having a little technical issue there. And we are live. 9 minutes late. Sorry about that. Sometimes technology does not want to cooperate. But it's okay. We just move forward. We push forward, right? That's what we do. That is what we do. All right, let's jump right into the market here. Let's get over to gold, micro gold market right now. What is going on? 15-minute chart, 1 hour chart. Make sure we're on the 4 hour. Okay. Let me take this off of time so we don't bounce around the screen. And let's take a look here. Let's jump over also. Make sure that we jump over to the YouTubes so that we got everybody on YouTube here. And we can take questions from our YouTubers. There we go. Great. Okay, what's going on with gold here? Let's take a look at gold. Obviously, we've got this uptrend on the 1 hour and the 4 hour chart. And let's see here. We are cycling up. Momentum is down. We still have momentum on that 1 hour chart, and also we're cycling down. So we're getting ready. Looks like we're getting ready on the lower charts here to turn around. And we are right inside of this right here, almost rally-based rally. Right? Rally-based rally on that 1 hour chart. And that's new. What is this? That's interesting. Okay. Interesting new pop-up there. So we still have a ways to go here. Let's turn on the opening range breakout. Go over to your indicators and invite only script. And you will see TrendCloud opening range. Click onto that. And that will populate right here. And so what we've got here is a breakout to the downside. So we've broken out to the downside in an uptrend. And what does that usually mean? Well, that usually means bear trap, right? Everybody's thinking short. This is all sideways movement on that 1 hour chart, and obviously on the 15-minute here as well. Let's take a clear look at this. On the 15-minute, what are we looking at here? We're looking at this sideways movement, aren't we? Sideways move on that 15-minute chart, and we have just broken through structure. So that could give us some energy to push down all the way to here. Now, if this completely reverses, right? Here's where you can unconfuse things. If this completely reverses and does this, now we can clearly take the retest of that opening range. We can clearly take that, right? Until we get up here. We get up here, and that would be, I believe, the high time curve as well. Yeah, look at that, pretty much, right? Let's take the top part of that wick there. Huh. We are still ways away from that. No, we're still pretty far from that. We're still pretty far from value right there. Okay, so this is a 1 hour demand zone. Might give us some trouble, but we're expecting to break through that. Then we'd be expecting to break through this just like that. We'd be expecting to break through that. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait on this. Let's drop down to the 5 minute and see if we're getting any signals. There are no TrendCloud signals on that 5 minute chart as well. And you know that these 5 minute signals work very well when you've got momentum on that 1 hour chart in your favor. Okay, so we don't quite have that yet. All right, we don't quite have that yet. We still do have the 1 hour momentum though. Here, price broke above positive 200, pulls back to the zero line, and now we're just kind of going sideways, right? But we've never broken below negative 100. So the momentum is maintained. The momentum on that middle time frame is still in effect. All right. We don't have it on the we don't have it on the high time frame. Okay. Don't have it on the high time frame. All right. Let's check out silver because that has already opened 916. And then we're going to look at silver market, pretty low volume on the silver market here. Uptrend, pseudo uptrend, sideways, right? Nothing really to write home about, is there? Nothing to really write home about. Copper's trying to make a move and break out above. Copper has broken out of the opening range. We like that. And we are high on the curve trying to break through structure. Right there. And then, of course, right there. Just to keep that in perspective. Just to keep things in perspective, right? We really need to break through. We really need to break through structure here before we could do anything, right? Let's see here. We did get a 5 minute TrendCloud signal that we totally could have taken right here. Let's turn that off. We've got two of them actually, right? Here's 8 o'clock in the morning. Pulls back, right? Your stop loss would be at the... Oh, sorry, guys. Stop loss would be at the bottom of the swing. And that's a rather big... For copper, that's a very big stop loss level. This is more acceptable, isn't it? Enter on this candle right here and put your stop loss right there. What would that have cost us? By 1. Yep, totally could have. That is doable. That is doable right there. Hey, good morning, Kazi. That is doable on silver. Even, I would say even this, right? We just would have made it. Just would have made it on silver. This has now formed a rally-based rally. Right there. And that has broken structure. So we can reduce our risk and we can take a chance. I would say put it below that. We can take a chance on silver if this pulls back today. You know, it's possible that this pulls back and we maintain that momentum to the upside right there. Sometimes these, these TrendCloud signals will give you the momentum move, right? Because it is a momentum-based signal. And it should direct you to some kind of demand zone. You can see right here, we get a TrendCloud signal on the 1 hour chart. And what do we see right next to it? Drop, base, rally right in here, right? On that higher time frame. And you can see drop, base, rally right down here. This is really just a rally, and a rally. But this, that is a legit drop base rally right there. But we're asking it to go from here all the way back down to here. I would definitely take a chance on this 1 hour zone right here. Where is that in reference to the opening range? It's a little bit below it, isn't it? So this would have to come back, break through the opening range again. All right, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But that is definitely the process, right? That is the process that we take. Because it has everything lined up inside of it. Let's get over to crude oil. Micro crude. Get over to that 5-minute chart. Five-minute opening range, breaking out to the upside. Breaking out to the upside. We can definitely take this, right? Here's your stop loss really, right here at the low of that swing. And here's the rally base rally. How much can we afford? Let's just buy 2. Stop loss. And we can increase this. 4 contracts. 4 contracts right on crude oil. Momentum is up, cycling up, trend is up, high time frame. Momentum is up, cycling up, trend is up, middle time frame. Perfect. Pulling back into that low time frame trend cloud, and you've got your demand zone right inside of the opening range. Let's take a look at it on the 15-minute chart. Oops. 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, we don't have that demand zone until down here, right? Rally, base, rally. So on the 15-minute chart, it is this, right? So which one do we take? That's the big question. Do we take the 5-minute rally base rally? Or do we take the 15-minute? Well, in this particular case, if it works, it works. If this one works, great. If this one works, what do we have here? We've got a level of support here as well. What is that? Previous day's high. right? We do have the previous day's high right here. And we are protected. Our stop loss is protected. So I would keep it right there. If it comes down and peaks just below and stops us out, there's no way that we could tell, right? There's no way that we could tell that that's going to happen. It's either going to work or it's not. That's the attitude that you have to have. That's the attitude that you have to have. It's either going to work or it's not going to work, you know. Do you put this 4 ticks below, 1 tick below? We're banking on the fact that it's going to work somewhere in the middle here. Okay? So don't really rack your brains about that theory. What you could do, what you could do is you can notice that, hey, I've noticed that in crude oil, it usually hits in the middle and then goes. So don't worry about this. Or maybe you're trading, copper, and you say, hey, you know what? Copper usually goes, like a couple of ticks below the demand zone and then takes off. And that could be seasonal. Hey, Mariana, how's it going? Good morning. Good to see you. It depends on what you're trading, right? So you might notice, and that's why the notes are so important, right? That's why taking notes and using, even if you're just jotting it down, but in the digital trading journal, you do have a little note section. And, you should just notice these things. Like, hey, I noticed today that, on crude oil, price usually works on those 5-minute demand zones and hits the top of the 15-minute demand zone. So we'll take some notes on that today and see what happens here. But that would be your entry point, right? And we've got 4 contracts here. And what is this line up here? What is this line? Previous month's close. Okay, that could be a good target, right? Take 2. Why don't we take off half our position there at that previous month's close? Go back to the 5-minute. So we got 4 contracts. We'll take 2 off at that previous month's close. And then we'll let the other 2 run with this, right? With our stop loss. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? It is almost 9:30. Let's go over to natural gas and see what's going on with natural gas. 5-minute opening range is formed. Okay, very good. We got this pseudo-looking, what would you call that? Is that an uptrend? Is that a downtrend? I don't know. We're below the 50. We're below the 50, so I would say this is a pseudo downtrend, right, on the middle chart here. Red candles below the 50. We do have the crossover. But we're still green, right? That part of the trend cloud there, the 50, our line in the sand, is still green. And when you see this situation, look at how price always likes to come back to that green 50 simple. And let's see if this thing turns around. Okay, let's see if this thing turns around. So right here is the 50 simple. Let's do something like that, just to let us know that's what happened. And we did break through this candle. Is this going to start some kind of reversal? There's really nothing over here. Do like that. Okay, so that's just representing the 50 simple. It did create a rally base drop. That rally base drop just, not really. Crude oil triggered? What happened here? What happened to our... That was weird. What happened to our trade? That was really weird. What happened there? We're all set up. Here's the breakout. Here comes the pullback. Four contracts, right? I'm not sure what happened there. That was weird. Coming back. Is it going to hit? Is it going to hit the 5-minute opening range, or the 5-minute, or is it going to hit the 15-minute? Either one, we are right there. Either way, we've got it. We've got it. And then we've got our target for 2. Oh, interesting. I think I see what it did. Wait, no, it never came back up there. I don't know. That's very bizarre. That's very bizarre. And I believe we have to put that. We have to get into the trade first, and then we can put our target up there. But we have to get into the trade first. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So once we get in, then we can set a target that particular way. We can do this, right? We can do this. But we can't set a target yet until we get into the trade. All right, so that is working itself out. Natural gas, again, natural gas. Pseudo downtrend. Uptrend on the high time frame. Starting to cycle up, momentum down, just a bunch of mixed signals. When you have a bunch of mixed signals, you can't really follow a plan, can you? Because you've got, if it's a downtrend, then we're going to be looking for momentum to be down, so the downward move is fitting the scenario here, right? The downward move, we have more information to the downside, right? Momentum is down, but this is cycling up, but the candles are red. Momentum's down on the high time frame, but the candles are green. So where do we put together all the pieces? Very difficult to do when you have mixed signals. So you'll drive yourself crazy wasting time like that. You just got to find stuff that is in alignment, right? Oh, let's see. Platinum. Let's take a look at platinum here. Platinum. Okay. 15-minute. Opening range. Just forming. Uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. Aha. Okay. So this kind of throws a monkey wrench into things, doesn't it? Extended trend on the highest time frame. Extended trend on the highest time frame usually means a deep pullback below the 50, right? Well, that's complete trend reversal on the lower time frames. So if you have an extended trend on the high time frame, you've got to prepare yourself for trend reversal on that 1 hour chart, definitely on the 15. If you've got an extended trend on the 1 hour chart, then at best you can look for some kind of deep pullback in conjunction with the uptrend on the high time frame. Do you guys see that? So middle time frame, if the trend is extended on the middle time frame, it's just a deep pullback. It's just a deep pullback, probably into the trend cloud on the high time frame. But in this particular case, we've got an extended trend on the high time frame, and that means that this is going to want to travel below the 50 on the high time frame, which would definitely be some kind of trend reversal here. So why don't we start looking? This would be a good opportunity to start looking for double top, right? So why don't we start preparing ourselves for the fact that this right here could be our double top. How do we handle double tops? Well, we've got to wait for a break of structure right there. Pulls back, breaks through, right? Breaks through structure, breaks through all that mess. Maybe it goes here. I don't know. Maybe it just breaks through. And then what do we look for? We look for a pullback into that 618 retracement level, right? So let's say this is as far as it goes. Grab that Fibonacci tool, go to the second, put the magnet on, go to the second top, pull it all the way down to the low of where we broke structure, 618 right here. Boom, right there. That's where you would take this trade short. And your stop loss would go, whoops. Your stop loss would go right up here, above the first top, right? Stop loss goes right there. And we enter the trade right in here. Between that 618 and the 786. That's the sweet spot, right? That's how we handle the double top. I'll leave that on the chart in case that's what happens. So let's set an alert right here. Add alert. Come on, alert. Where are you? Add alert. Why is my alert not working? Is it because of this line? Oh, there we go. Oh, it did. Oh, that's weird. Alert. Okay. Crossing down. And I'm just going to say platinum, double top. Short. Platinum, double top, short, right there. All right. Huh. That sucker usually goes straight across. I wonder how. I want to bring that. I wonder if it did that because I had this line there. Well, we'll just keep that line there. Okay. Well, it cleans up the chart anyway. All right. So that's what we would do there for platinum. That's what we would set up for platinum. We've almost got the indexes here, right? We're setting up the opening range. We're setting up the opening range here. And what do we have? Uptrend, uptrend, cycling up, momentum up, momentum up. We might be able to get in early on a TrendCloud signal on the 5-minute chart. Being that we've got all this upward movement here, we might be able to get in on the micro S&P. Right, we've got it on the 1-hour chart, but this has got another 18 minutes left. All right, another 4 minutes, we'll have the opening range. Here's the bottom part of the opening range from yesterday. And we do have some structure here, right? So this would have to pull back. If the 5-minute pulls back into this demand zone here, it's probably going to give us a TrendCloud signal. It's probably going to give us a TrendCloud signal. Crude oil got us in. All right, so we are in crude oil. We are in crude oil. Let's see where it takes us, okay? Let's get rid of that. And let's put our target. Let's take off 2 right at that resistance level there. Let's look left. We really don't have anything stopping us, do we? Don't have anything stopping us to the left here on that 1-hour chart. Not until here. Let's put a little let's put a blue box there. Okay. Yep, and it's right below it, right? I'd say that's a good target. Why don't we take off half our position right here? Take off 2. There we go. Now what this will do is when we get to this area, when we get to this target, it will take off 2 of our 4 contracts. Take off 2 of our 4 contracts, and it will leave us with another 2 contracts that we could manage right here with our stop loss. So you see, when everything is in alignment with each other, Those are the trades with the highest probability of success. Okay, so there we go. Nice rejection candle there. Eight o'clock in the morning, it did pull back and make make this little formation here. We didn't get we did not get a trend cloud signal on that 5-minute chart there. We did not get a trend cloud signal there because it didn't pull back far enough, right? So it came down, just touched the top of that 5-minute trend cloud. And now we're making a move off of that. So we've got the 5-minute trend cloud that it hit. We've got the rally base rally formation on the 5-minute chart. Let's get rid of this for now. And this is what's in play. All right. So we were able to sort of encompass both the 5-minute and that 15-minute zone because we're on the micro, and the micro is more affordable. And that really helps us mitigate risk. That really helps us with our, with our trade plan. Okay, and if it does pull back deeper, it's pulling back into a heck of a lot of momentum, right? Now, if big institutions come in here and they start, selling the rips, we'll know about it. We'll know about it. Wow. Okay. So if you're just joining us right now, you can see we're in this crude oil trade, and we set this up because we are in an uptrend on both time frames, high time frame, middle time frame, uptrend, right? And you can clearly see that on the trend cloud. We also have momentum to the upside on both time frames, and we are cycling up on both time frames. And look at how nicely and quickly this trade is working out. When you have everything lined up on your trend cloud system in one direction, those are the trades that are perfect. Those are the trades that you should focus on. So when you do see that, you want to take advantage of it. Okay, and you just have to stick with that process. Okay. Let's get over to micro S&P. We need the 15-minute. Okay, uptrend, cycling up, momentum is up. We're really looking for some kind of pullback, into this area here. Or we're looking for a 5-minute trend cloud signal. Top of the cycle on the 5-minute. So this might, as this cycles back down, we will get something like this. And as it cycles back up, that's when we'll get some kind of a move out. So maybe there'll be a 5-minute signal arrow in here for us. Perhaps, right? We're just trying to anticipate. Copper. What happened with copper here? Ah, look at that. Okay. We went extended. Okay. We went extended on copper, and we pulled back on copper into this drop base rally here. All right. Now, in order for the 5-minute, in order for this 5-minute to recalculate, it's really got to break below here. So if we get a move out without a recalculation, I'm gonna take targets, right? Because this stuff is expensive. 162, 262. There's 2 to 1 right there. Why is that not saying 2 to 1? Okay. There's our 2 to 1. There's our 2 to 1. Definitely got to take that because we only have one contract, right? So we got copper and crude oil going. Uptrend, cycling up, momentum is up, cycling up, momentum is up, uptrend. What's it going to do? Okay. Micro Dow. Oh. Micro Dow is really overextended here on the high time frame. And we're going sideways. Sideways on the micro Dow in an extended trend. Wow. 15 waves up? Yeah. Now we are pretty close to recalculating here. But close on the high time frame is kind of far on that middle time frame, isn't it? So we might be looking at trend reversal. We're pretty close to momentum, right? So you see how you can anticipate stuff just by looking at, your indicators, the TrendCloud system. You can anticipate what's going on if you just look at the TrendCloud system. Cycling, momentum is down on the high time frame, extended trend, getting very close to crossing that negative 100 line on the middle time frame. And what is that going to do? It's going to push us down. And then we're going to have more information to the downside to work with. So not really looking at that. NASDAQ. Uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. 15-minute. Opening range. We get a signal. We did get a signal on the 5-minute on the NASDAQ to go long. And we are pulling back on the 5-minute right in here. Uptrend, uptrend. We're cycling down right now. And we do have this down here on the micro NASDAQ. Go out to the 15-minute chart. And you can see that 5-minute zone completely gone. And we've got a whole bunch of support down here. There's your stop loss right there. modify that order. I would much rather take that. High time frame. High time frame. We are high on the curve. So we would be going long. We'd be going long on this because of momentum. We are protected by this, so we might get a bounce out of this here. So we'd be going long right into all of this high time frame supply. Now, look at the double top that's formed here. But my goodness, yeah. In order to take this as a double top, this would have to come all the way down here and break through this. Right? So, not really sure. Let's check on crude oil. Right? Crude oil, copper. All right, copper's bouncing out of there. Again, high on the curve on copper, right? But we've got momentum on our side. And we are setting up micro NASDAQ. Setting up micro NASDAQ here. Okay. Russell. Extended trend on the Russell and the Dow. Extended trend on the Russell and the Dow. Okay. So that's going to mean this is definitely, look at the distance. Look at the distance between here and here, right? There's your 50. There's the 50. It's got to cross below right here. It's got to cross below this to recalculate. That is definitely trend reversal on the middle time frame. So again, we would be looking for some kind of break of structure here. And unfortunately, look where it is. It's all the way down here. All right, so this would actually have to do this before we could, take some type of 618 retracement level to the downside. It's got to break through this line here first. That's what has to happen first. Okay? So the only trade that we've got, so now it's like, all right, we've got these extended trends on the Russell and the Dow. Do we want to take this trade on the NASDAQ? Because what happens with the indexes, right, is they usually end up following each other. Right? So that's the thing. Oh, nice, Kazi. Did some back testing? Yeah. So Kazi saying, did some back testing over the holiday weekend. Seems like supply and demand zone and TrendCloud Arrow both have about the same edge, but supply and demand give better entry. Yeah, always, right? Always. Everything, those supply and demand zones will always outpace any kind of indicator, right? That was my conclusion as well. Just looking at this stuff, and I always said it. Any kind of indicator, it's nice to have. Like, I mean, we love using our TrendCloud signals on those lower time frames, especially when we have momentum on our side. That's why we always look for both, right? So this ends up being a really nice odds enhancer um, with your supply and demand zone. And we've got it here, right? Rally base rally with a trend cloud signal on that 15-minute chart. So real nice. So it's a nice um, little mapping tool, nice little odds enhancer. But sometimes, and then right, sometimes you don't have a demand zone. Sometimes there is no supply or demand zone, but you get that momentum signal, and and it ends up getting you into a good trade, like we did last week with gold, right? How is gold doing? Okay, right. So gold. Oh, did we lose the? Okay, so we're kind of changing here now. Gold. All right, so gold, we still have the uptrend on both time frames. It's getting close to closing below. All right, so this is a real deep pullback on gold. Lot of momentum. See how it's choosing the side of momentum here. Here's the breakdown, pulled back, retested that 15-minute trend cloud and the very bottom of the opening range, um, and made a move down. Okay, all right. So this ended up being a counter trend, right? Counter trend movement. So how short lived is this going to be? We don't know. It's probably going to be short lived. We're pulling back down into the trend cloud, right? High time frame trend cloud right here. And what do we got in there? Well, we've got this. We do have some structure here. Rally base rally, but we didn't break anything, right? So this rally base rally formation. Let's just use this whole thing from here to here, right? This didn't break anything, did it? So we don't like that. We don't like the fact that this didn't break any structure. What about the 15-minute chart? 15-minute chart. Pulled into there. 15-minute chart broke structure. Right? 15-minute chart broke structure, made a nice move. And that's where we are reacting. All right, we'll make that one green because it did break structure. We can get rid of, we'll leave it. So the purple is the middle time frame demand zone that didn't do anything. And then the green box here is the 15-minute demand zone that did break structure. Let's use this. Okay. So that's what it's reacting off of. So this might travel back up to here, but we're cycling down and momentum is down. So this is still like someone dropped a boulder off a cliff on that high time frame, and it's represented here. Drop the boulder off a cliff, and it's gaining momentum. Where's it going to stop? Right? Where's it going to stop? Where's that boulder going to stop? Well, we're assuming it's going to stop somewhere inside the trend cloud of the high time frame. And we've got a whole bunch of levels, right? We got a whole bunch of levels in here that broke structure. Here and here. Okay. So that is what we're looking at there. Copper. Copper's pulling back deeper. Real rejection off of there. Crude oil. Hovering around the top of the opening range. Get over to the 5 minute, right? There we go. All right. We shall see. We shall see how this works out. Okay, so now we've recalculated on copper. We've recalculated, and does it want to go sideways? Does it want to continue the move up? Or are we going to have complete, are we going to have some kind of trend reversal here? I don't see us having trend reversal, although this is, if you take a look at the 1 hour, this is all sideways movement, isn't it? Okay, so hopefully this holds and we get one more move out to the upside. This is going to outpace any kind of indicator. This demand zone here is going to outpace any kind of indicator. Let's see. Let's take a look. Soybeans, how are soybeans doing here? No opening range on the agricultures. Soybeans are in a downtrend, right? But we've got upward momentum here. We got to wait for that momentum shift before we start taking trades to the downside. Cycling down, momentum on both time frames is still up. So we had this deep pullback. We got to break some structure right here. Then we could start looking for some shorts. Corn, I don't know what kind of trend that is. We've got mixed signal there. We are starting to cycle back up, but we're in a downtrend on the high time frame. A lot of mixed signals. Wheat, okay. All right. Wheat. All right. Makes sense, right? High time frame curve zone pulled up into there. We don't have the crossover yet on the high time frame. We've got the momentum. We've got the crossover on the middle time frame all the way back to here. Momentum is with us. We're cycling down on the 5 minute. Jump down, get out to the 15, kind of pull back into. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah. Some kind of pullback below the 50 simple here because we're extended on the 15-minute chart, right? So we're expecting this to come down here and we're going to be pulling back, right? We're going to be pulling back into a lot of momentum. See? Upward momentum, upward momentum. If this happens rather quickly, we can start looking for some kind of demand zone. Here's the very bottom, right? Seems to be a lot of buyers in this area. Your guess is as good as mine. Somewhere in here, right? Somewhere in here. So maybe what we want to do, I think we can afford this, right? Is that affordable? Yeah, this is affordable. We can set something up like this. It pulls back and does sort of a climb out, right? Back to the upside. That looks pretty familiar. We can keep that. We can keep that set, right? I think we can keep that set there. All right. Well, that's it, guys. 15-minute demand zone. Working out good. On EH? Oh, you mean ME at this here? Oh, where's our copper trade? Oh, here, right here. Pulling back. Okay, trying to climb out. Trying to climb out. 6 EH. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, wow, look at that. 15-minute demand zone. Rally base rally. Got that crossover. Momentum is up. You might get another shot at this. We just broke through all this structure here. Here's all the TrendCloud. We might get another shot at the euro. Pulling back into this area here. Let's see. Fibonacci. Let's see where Fibonacci directs us to. Here's that 618. I would say anywhere, even the 50% retracement level is right at that. Yeah, well, your guess is as good as mine. Recalculate. Oh. 15-minute chart. What about the 5? 5-minute is giving us the signal here. Could do something like that. That could give us a nice move. Pulls back. Could be. That could be. I would set an alert at 50% just to watch that sucker. There we go. 50% retracement level. If this goes higher, then you would just you would just adjust this and move it. But right now, that's where we're at, right there. That's it. All right, gang. That's it for me. I'm going to go get some tea, get some breakfast, and I'm going to post this over on the membership area. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon.